What's going on, guys? This is Okay Anime back with another video, and today I'll be bringing you what if Izuku Midoriya, Deku, whatever you want to call him, had life after death. Just a quick recap of last time. He, through suicide, found out about his, I guess, time-ish reversal quirk. If he dies, his body gets reversed a minute, I think it was. So pretty much I'm gonna swap that for 30 minutes. To 30 minutes before they die. Because I'm thinking about having him tortured, so like if you know the Koniki torture scene, it's pretty much gonna be something like that. Anyway, because of Deku and Mina's absence, within Class 1A, I'd say that Tetsu got into Class 1A because, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Kirishima actually had the second highest scores to Bakugo, and since their quirks are pretty much exactly the same, I'd say he could actually score pretty high. Also, I think I'm just gonna have Ivy Girl, Ibana. I don't know. I just randomly grabbed someone else from Class 1B, and that's who I ended up with. If you can hear PlayStation music in the background, I am not sure if you can, but I really don't know how sensitive this mic is. I'm gonna turn it off anyway. If you heard it, I don't know, you might have. Well, cool. I don't know. It's gone now, so it's good. Right, so, Ivana, I think it is, and Tetsu are the new additions to Class 1A. Deku has, I guess, been released from the hospital, and is now working as an intern-ish kind of thing, at the sport company, the sport, item company, because I said that he had pretty much one of the highest IQs ever seen. Like, he rivaled some of the greatest minds in just about everything. And that's not really valued in the hero society. Unfortunately, because if it was, he would pretty much be worshipped. I mean, he kind of is worshipped, like, in his own field, because, some people, like, people who actually understand that his true brilliance, they truly can appreciate him. By the way, the support company is pretty much the one that makes the robots for UA. I just decided to do that because I don't know. Anyway, right. Let's get started on the story. Pretty much, Stain on his way back from his first day at the internship at the support company, Stain approaches him saying, "Kid, like, hello kid, I heard about you on the news. I know it's you, like there's no point denying it. I am Stain. I consider myself a vigilante, but some consider me to be a villain. I kill fake heroes, but to them it's just killing a supposed hero." And well, yeah, right. So pretty much, Izuku says, "You're the hero killer Stain. I truly do respect you. Getting rid of the fake and worthless. I see you and I understand each other. What was your name? I didn't fully find out. I just knew of you, your face, and managed to acquire your location. Izuku Midoriya. Pleasure to meet you. Quirk, life after death. Life after death. But that's not really that important. Because, hey, what's the point of a quirk like that? I'm essentially quirkless." To which Thane responds, "Oh no, child. It is very useful. From what I've heard, from what my sources tell me, it reversed not only your body back 30 minutes, but everything within a meter of you. Child, you realize you could bring others back from the dead, correct? As long as it's been within 30 minutes, that is. Zuko had kind of like not thought of this, because he kind of didn't even realize it fully himself. There was everything within a meter. I mean, he knew it was like within the tiniest radius. Also, he thought like pretty much he thought it was anything touching him, but it was actually anything within a meter radius. It reverses the shape and body and just whatever. It does not reverse the location. Although I guess I could do that if necessary, but it just doesn't make sense because that would also be quite a bit that would be a large pain for the ambulance and stuff as well. Like, he can pretty much bring anything back, I guess. Like, he can restore just about anything. And, I mean, still, again, bringing people back from the dead is an OP ability that both heroes and villains would kill to acquire. For obvious reasons. Stain pretty much offers him, like, train with me, I will make you strong and weak, and you can maybe help me. I was recommended to turn this into a villain, just screw with him more, f him up. If I'm gonna make him a villain, like, cause he will be a vigilante kind of guy at heart, but again, he's probably gonna get tortured Konagi style. He's not gonna become a ghoul, but potentially a cannibal. And maybe I'm gonna if I end up making him like Konaki, I really don't know why. This is kind of getting off track. So before I get too majorly off track, pretty much Stain trains him. Oh, I guess the whole Bakugo getting into Yoni and stuff, like I guess this would be right before, like at the start of the 10 months that Stain has approached him. He's not going to UA without a doubt. Wow, he's probably gonna follow potentially a similar path to Koniki, like just plot wise, maybe. I probably anime plot. I mean, I know the manga a lot different. I've read it, but I'm probably gonna go anime plot through this. Actually, I just had an idea. Because, not gonna lie, Jason kind of looks a bit like muscular. And he does, and the stuff that Jason does. Wow, I'm guessing this is, this is some major Tokyo Ghoul spoilers, like, first season-ish. I'm not gonna get into third season spoilers, that is very good season. Honestly, don't rate episode 19 if you know what that is. It's also like, I think, chapter 125 of Ari. If you know what that is, honestly, don't really rate it. I don't know about you. Shit, I'm good at getting off topic. Also, I guess my channel, I generally try to avoid profanity, but it sometimes slips in. What can you do? I mean, slightly integrated it into my speech pattern, so yeah, what can you do? Yeah, so Stain trains him pretty much to the point of, let's say, Stain himself, like Stain, his work is blood related. Like, he's on the level of strength as Stain, because that is some OP levels of, like, that is inhuman. You'd think it's a quirk. It's really not, but damn, you'd think it would be. So yeah, end of 10 months, Bakugo does all the stuff. I don't know why I said it before. And Izuku Midoriya is pretty much hunting heroes alongside Stain. Which kind of makes it easy. Come the time of USJ, because Stain is not a particularly big fan of villains. Because while he is considered a villain, he is not. He, in his own eyes, is almost like a hero because he's eliminating the fake that we got the money and power. But like All Might goes after money and power for the sake of keeping the peace, because all that. I think I mentioned this and talked about this before in whatever other video. So I'll stop going through rant about that now. I still definitely think that Aizawa is honestly Deku's favorite hero at this point, because that's kind of the only hero like Aizawa that I know of. He's a fairly, anti-money fame. And generally, overall, one of my favorite heroes. And is now becoming Izuku's. So, come time of the USJ, I'd say that it goes similar to canon. I'm gonna say that that Tetsu was given. I'm gonna give one for all to Tetsu. So I guess cool. He's gonna pretty much be in the same situation as Midoriya, except he does a bit better. Things like the Nomu, but it's just gonna all end the same, so I won't recap it. Shigaraki's kind of annoyed, because I'd say even Tetsu actually joined in on beating the shit out of the Nomu. He does not enjoy using One for All, I'd say. Like, it's kind of, he has a love-hate relationship with it. He'll use it if necessary, but honestly, he prefers to fight with his own skills unless using it is absolutely necessary. And I mean, if his predecessor is in that big in danger, then yes, he would step in to help. Oh, I think I left Izuku's parents alive. I just generally don't like doing that for some reason. Like, I'm probably gonna kill off his parents and most of them, because that's just easiest. And I'm gonna try to not have too many of them die to Muscular, but he's gonna probably get tortured by Muscular. So the USJ went down, cool. Same result, but All Might didn't lose as much, and he beat it a bit faster, so he had enough time to get the hell out of there before detransforming. The way that All Might selected Tetsu, I don't know, he just looked at him and looked over him and decided he was a good candidate based on his quirk, and because that kind of makes it so he cannot die from inheriting it. He cannot die instantly from inheriting it, and can quite easily handle it, because Tetsu generally, kind of, he has some levels of muscle. Like, he's not the most beefy person. He's definitely not the beefiest, but he does have quite a bit of decent amount of muscle, as well as his quirk. So he could pretty well handle it, and I'm gonna give him 20%. That might be a little too OP, but I'm just kind of going with a number that's... I mean, I originally thought of 50%, but then I was like, that is way too OP, so why would I ever do that? Anyway, so Tetsu is the successor. That's kind of how it happened. Why am I saying the future events and just going back? Like, the classic, showing some random scene and then saying then saying however long earlier. I'm gonna try to stop doing that, but I mean, hey, what can you do when you just record everything, when you record the entire thing in one sitting? Don't re-record, don't edit really, and try not to have to re-record it and go unscripted. You're kind of just going you're just kind of going with the flow. Before I get into yet another rant, this time about recording videos. The internship is not till after the sports festival. What am I doing? The sports festival. I'd say Tetsu. I'm just gonna pretty much. If you want any ships, that's fine. I'm pretty much going along. I'm just gonna go through some of the events. I'm just gonna go through the major events, I guess. I'm not sure when Island kicks in. I know it's after the sports festival, but is it? I think it's after the internships as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's after the internships. Yeah, it definitely is. I'll figure out when Island is and probably do that in the next episode. If you have no idea what Island is, it is the movie. Like, I think it's Two Heroes or something. The first My Hero movie, Two Heroes, is Island. Back to the sports festival. I'd say Tetsu takes down a 0-pointer, gets moving, because I'm pretty much, it's the same. Bakugo gave the same speech. Todoroki challenges probably, I'd say Tetsu whenever he challenged. Whenever he challenged Midoriya, he's going to challenge Tetsu. Tetsu comes first in the race because he can kind of rush through everything, and using One for All, he can hop from platform to platform. So he places first in the race. In the cavalry battle, I'll just say went pretty much the same teams as canon, except replacing. I think Ivy Girl and Tetsu were already in. Say two randos that didn't pass entered the cavalry battles, but they didn't pass because they got past the first round, but not the second, unfortunately for them. I cannot be bothered going through that. So I'm just gonna stick to they drop out. It is the same. It's the same, pretty much layout as canon for the final battles, except it will end. I'm gonna go quickly look it up. Actually, I'm just gonna go off memory. Who do I want? Ojiro Stadium? Let's say that. That fills a place. I don't think we'll never pass. So he isn't in those. Ojiro replaces Midoriya. And Ojiro, since he's already been mind controlled by Shinso, but Shinso decided to release it. He's not full again, he beats Shinso. Tetsu. I think the first person he battled, I can't remember if it was Kiri. He pretty much beats whoever he does, but when it comes to Kiri, he just manages to beat him in the arm wrestle. I think I'd say Ojiro loses to Todoroki, but somehow finds a way to make um, Todoroki use his fire sign. I'd say it was similar to Midoriya, but it's somehow, and he's like barely, because Todoroki could have beaten him with ease, but I guess he just kind of said it's your power, and that's Todoroki. I'd say I'm going to end this after the sports festival, and well, next time we'll get into the internships and catch up with Doria, because I've only talked about the main class. Doria has kind of been sitting in the background, killing heroes with Stain. He doesn't become too major until Stain actually shows up. Because I think at the time, before the 10 months, he probably wasn't too major, but then he started killing more and more heroes, and was gaining more fame, and in some cases, popularity. Darby, Toga, Spinel? I'm not sure. Now I have to figure out when it gets tortured. I should not be as excited as I am when I say that. What is wrong with me? Probably a lot. Right, anyway. So, Tetsu beats whoever. Pretty much Tetsu comes out on top. He beat Bakugo. As well as, I think Todoroki came out on top, so for the finals, Todoroki versus Tetsu. Sorry for not being super detailed about this. I probably should have done more research before making this. Actually, I did try to make this earlier, but like a minute into recording, I was completely interrupted and dragged away, so that kind of just got deleted. Anyway, Tetsu just manages to beat Todoroki. Oh no, I'd say Todoroki doesn't use his fire in the fight with Ojiro. He uses it in the fight with Tetsu, because I don't know, it's more your power. Plus, if you want to have a chance of beating me, kind of what he's saying is, if you want to have a chance of beating me, you're gonna need to use your fire and get over whatever's stopping you. And Todoroki does. He gets over his daddy issues and decides to use his fire. I mean, again, his fire, as he's been convinced now that it's his fire, not his father's, which is kind of what traumatized him, the fact that it was his father's fire. But I think we all know that. If you're even watching this, you gotta know, being actually probably at least watch the first 3 seasons, maybe, hopefully the 4th. I myself, I read ahead a bit in the manga. I don't know where I am in terms of the anime. I think I was around chapter 200. I can't fully remember. All I remember from where I was Shinso pretty much got Aizawa's costume. In the manga, that's all I remember. I did see all the overhaul stuff, but honestly, I have no idea where I am in terms of that. But I will probably figure it out actually after I record this. I may go into the manga with some of the series because I can. I might be farther than the anime, but I might not. Maybe I'll even spare a certain Deadpool-like man, because you all manga readers, you might know who I'm talking about, or I might have just spoiled it. Very sorry. It's super sad. Sad Man's Parade. That's the name of an attack. Sorry if you if you figured out who gets killed off, I'm sorry if you didn't know. I should just finish the sports festival arc, and instead of dropping so many manga spoilers, I deeply apologize if I just spoiled anything to you. Anyway, sports festival, non-spoilers, at least not major ones. Todoroki is just about beaten in the end because Tetu is somehow more durable, breaks through all the ice. Because he does use One for All in this fight because he realizes Todoroki is powerful and he pretty much uses it to go through everything. His quirk, his metal quirk. He will become great friends with Hiroshi Lewis because I guess they already kind of introduced themselves. Instead of thinking that they pretty much have the same quirk, they're like, you have similar quirks and they kind of bonded over that. Instead of like yelling, I think there's something about copying their quirk, like, or the same, I don't know. I can't remember their first interaction, but it went differently and they were already acquaintances, and now after this fight they're gonna become friends. Anyway, Endeavor pretty much goes to Tetsu after the fight and says, even if you beat my son, I still thank you for making him use his left side, because it's Todoroki's left side, his fire side. And Endeavor pretty much says you'll have a place at my agency if you so wish. And he'll probably go for it because it's the number 2 hero. Even if he is, Endeavor and all, it's still a pretty big deal because it is the number 1 hero. Sorry, 2 hero. He eventually becomes number 1, but who really cares about that? He didn't really earn it. Even he was pissed off about that. He only became number 1 because of All Might's retirement after the fight with All for One. Anyway, if you have any particular thoughts on this, with Deku becoming a villain, he might, for a time, then return back to a vigilante economy style thing. He's pretty much going to be, but might follow sort of the plot of Deku for him, but the main plot, the canon, the plot of My Hero Academia, not main canon, because it's what if. It's very, the base of what if says manipulating canon into something more entertaining or something that can somehow get views. Because I think the only although like the highest views I've gotten was actually my Itachi series part 1, which I'm now thinking about it, was actually very well received, because like that was 180 views in a couple of days, which is not a lot to some, but it took like 3 months, like 2 and something months for like 80 views on my first video. So actually thinking about that's actually quite great. Oh yeah, any thoughts in the comments? Again, deeply apologize for any manga spoilers that I dropped. I'm not usually trying to spoil it. Please like and subscribe. Love you guys. This is Super Anime signing out.